Okay, so I'm recording this after I finished the match because I wasn't able to get on with the same time with David, and just want to have some commentary on it. So in this game, we're facing imaginary numbers, and let's start. So first turn is very straightforward. I just went for a Volt Switch, and as he goes Amoongus, and my thinking here is that if he goes Amoongus, I kind of just want to, because he's definitely gonna Spore here. So I'm just thinking about going to a Mon that's not real useful this matchup, and kind of just making it fall asleep. So right here, I believe I went back into Rotom because I feel like Rotom doesn't really provide me much this match. Sure, it does deal with the Gliscor, but like the other members of my team can also deal with it. So I do just so since he Giga Drains, I expected him not to Spore this turn but um, as I just went into Scolipede because I saw that he was just Giga Draining me, and Scolipede is 4x resisting Grass type. As I just click the Mega Horn and I miss, and I get Spored, so it's a really bad turn for me right here. Okay, so right now I'm thinking, how can I deal with this? And I go into Zoroark because Zoroark is one of the only mons on my team that can deal some damage. And here I just went for the Night Days because I do want the accuracy drop onto whatever that comes in, or just onto Gliscor. And as you see here, I'm very lucky to get it onto the Clefable, and I am able to just take it out with the Sludge Bomb, which is honestly really useful because Clefable is just super annoying to T-Knight. T-Knight's sweeping and whatever. So now Clefable's gone, my opponent goes into his zone, and I'm thinking he's definitely just gonna Volt Switch here, right? There's no way he's gonna stay and discharge Flash Cannon whatever because I can just go into my zone and trap him. So right here I'm thinking, and I'm just thinking that I should just sack Rotom because it's already asleep. It doesn't really, it doesn't really provide much to my team, so I just decided to sack it, and I'm gonna see what he goes into and just respond to that. Okay, so my opponent um, took some time here thinking, and he goes into his Gliscor. So when Gliscor is out on the field, I'm thinking either Zoroark or Azumarill, because because Azumarill, like the reason why I kind of stopped the thinking there was because if I go into Azumarill, he's definitely just going to go into Amoonguss. So I just clicked the knockoff here, expecting him to switch, which I believe he does, and he goes into Amoonguss. So having Black Sludge knocked out is super good, and now he can't really put anything to sleep, which is very useful for me. So I just went for a Volt Switch because I don't think he will want to go Gliscor here, and I can't afford to let my Magnezone get trapped by him, as he just stays in, which just gives me some more chip damage, and I think he's going to go for the HP Fire. That's why I just go hard Azumarill, as he went for Stomping Tantrum, which definitely did not expect. And now I just click Liquidation because I don't think anyone of his team can really take it too well. Like, I'm guessing he would go Zone here, but I'm not too sure. Um, because I feel like Liquidation would just take out Mungus from this range. And as he goes just straight into his Chandelier, I'm not sure if it was predicting a play rough or if he was just sacking it, but it's a good kill nonetheless. So now I go back into zone, expecting him to Volt Switch and into Gliscor. I think he's definitely going to Gliscor because, um, yeah, because none of his other mons want to really take this. So he does just go into Gliscor. I think I just click the Flash Cannon, um, or not. Okay, I didn't click Flash Cannon because I definitely need chip on this thing. I need to chip it down so much that D Knight can just attack it. He went for the roots. I'm not too sure what he's thinking here. I feel like he probably can't switch into Amoonguss directly because Play Rough is just Play Rough and Liquidation is probably just gonna 2-hit KO him. so he can't really go into Amoonguss. He could have went to Azumarill, but it was again pretty risky, and I don't think he wants to go into that. And as he just went for the Volt Switch here, judging from damage, it's probably might be specs or something. So which is really good to know because Scarf, like I think I should be able to trap him and deal with it. As I just go into my own zone and just click Volt Switch here. I don't really want him to. I think he's. I don't really want him to fire off an attack, so I'm just going for momentum. As the Volt Switch allows me to go to D9 here and just fire off a free EQ since the Gliscor is taken out. And none of his team members resist this EQ, so as long as if this zone doesn't crit me or anything, this should be game. And so I just continue to fire off EQs here. Let's see, went for the HF for some chip, and he's probably just gonna go zone and Volt Switch again here. Nothing much he could do at this point, so I think, yeah, that's the game. Hope you enjoy it, and yeah, I'll just let you guys finish watching the results. However, I did end up just losing this one um, because of his zone was apparently speed tied with mine. I thought I was faster after the first hidden power hits, but apparently not. Um, so yeah, after the speed tie, I just lost the game. It's quite unfortunate. I should have just saved D9's E speed for later. It just sacked Zoroark, but it is what it is, and it was a pretty close game. This was one of my earlier battles with Zoroark, so I'm probably not that familiar with the team yet. But I think as I go forward, you'll see difference in playstyle, and that's it for this one. So yeah, this is another one of the battles I very unfortunately lost against BRTTPNG. First turn I just went for the Volt Switch, going for momentum, and just he's not gonna stay in here, so. And I really didn't expect the Garchomp coming in here because I thought he would definitely go into, say, Snorlax or something. But he just wants to set his rocks. I was hydro pumping there, predicting that he would be a sub chomp, but because I thought that the reason why he will go into this was because he's sub. As I just clicked the Will-O-Wisp here after I defogged, and I got the Snorlax, but I thought this would be really good, but apparently it's not as good as I thought it would be because this Snorlax runs Facade, so that's the problem. See, that did a lot of damage. I think this is AV, so I'm really surprised that Snorlax is doing that much. I went for the liquidation. I meant sorry, play rough. Trying to hit. I think I should have went for liquidation in hindsight, but I just keep clicking play rough because he doesn't really have any switch-ins to this, and I know he's gonna U-turn because he definitely does not want to get he definitely does not want to get trapped by Magnezone. So after that play, I very fortunately take out the Garchomp. I went into zone thinking that he would either go Keldeo or Scizor because Scizor can U-turn and Keldeo was his lead, so I thought he might go into his lead. I Volt Switch here knowing that he would probably Earthquake, and I think he does here. Yep, he does just Earthquake, and yeah. So right here, I believe I just went for the Volt Switch knowing that he would definitely Facade here. So I think I just went it back into zone. Yep. And going back in zone, he Facades, which did a considerable amount of damage. It's 40%, which is nothing small, especially for a resisted attack. So I just Volt Switch again back into Rotom. I feel like he's just gonna Facade, but there's nothing I can really do about it because I don't really want to go into any of the sweepers and or have my multi-skill broken. So I believe I just pumped here. I either Volt Switch or pump. I think I pumped because I don't think I really need Rotom to win this one. So I just attacked. And I went to Scolipede to just fire off a poison jab, I believe, or earthquake, because yeah, I just fire off an earthquake in case he goes to Mandibuzz. Don't want to take the Rocky Helmet chip. He does go Mandibuzz here, which is a definitely just a free Magnezone switch in, and I do get the Volt Switch off here. That's a pretty nice chip because it's a crit, but I just fire off a Volt Switch here. He doesn't really have any switches to this. I'm expecting him to Roost here, so I don't think he's going to attack, so I went hard Zoroark. As he went for the foul play, which kind of surprises me, but I guess it's not cool. Went for the Night Days here. Didn't really expect him to hard switch into Keldeo because I could have went for Sludge Bomb there and just took 50% of the HP out. But now that he did, I do think I have to um, sack this thing because I really can't afford to let him attack. I do get the miss thanks to the accuracy drop from Night Days. So Night Days is a very useful move, and knowing that he's definitely getting Seeker Sword, I went into Hard Scolipede because it resisted 4 times. So right here, I believe I just went for the Earthquake or Poison Jab, just to get some, just to either pick up the knockout or get some chip onto the Mon that's gonna switch in. But I do think that he's just gonna sack this. So I apparently don't outspeed the Kelt because I'm not a plus speed nature, and I just went to Magnezone and fire off a Volt Switch here. So I do need to save Magnezone for his Scizor because Scizor is definitely a problem to this team, and um, like it's a very big problem. Um, D Knight can Fire Punch and kill it, but it has to lock itself into Fire Punch, which is not really a good move. As he just go Victini, I know he's gonna U-turn here, but I can't afford him to stay in and Bolt Strike. So what I did was, I think I just click EQ, because I really can't afford him to Bolt Strike and not take him out, or Outrage, or something like that. And I do get the crit, so I guess I'm lucky. I just went for it again because I feel like even if he switches out into Buzz, I can just sack Zoroark and Magnezone Volt Switch. So I feel like I would be fine. Here, yeah. So here, after taking the Scizor out, I feel like I'm in a winning position. So that's what I want to go for. I went for 90 days here, just trying to get the accuracy drop, as he misses the foul play, which is really good for me. I just went for a Sludge Bomb because I just want some chip on this thing. So as long as the Magnezone can take it out, it's good. I just went for a Sludge Bomb again because from the previous Volt Switch we see that Magnezone can probably take it out from this range. As I just go into zone and went for the discharge because I do not want Dragonite to take a foul play from this thing. So I went for the discharge. Mandibuzz was paralyzed, and he almost took me out, but I stay on 1 HP. So I'm thinking that now that he's going to Victini, he's either going to be banned or Scarf, and the rest is history. So I just end it here, and you can finish watching it. So yeah, and that's it. Yeah, so you might be asking me why did I make that play. Um, I mainly did it because I thought that um, it's not like I thought that E speed is definitely gonna to a KO me to a KO Victini. That's why I went for it because I seeing that he locked himself into Zen headbutt, I do not want to go for the flinch chance. And David, yeah, I have to blame on David. David told me that Victini will get you a KO'd by Bandadina E speed, so I just went for it, and apparently it didn't. So I'm not too sure if it's a roll, but after I calced, I don't think it will be a 2 KO. So it's actually quite unfortunate. Um, I should have just went for the EQ and take him out right there. So Jesus to BRTTPNG. I feel like I could definitely play this one better if I had the calcs ready, but it is what it is, and I feel like it's a very good game. So yeah, that's that. Okay, so this is game two against Julius Caesar, and as he leads with Weefowl. The first game I won, but here I think he's thinking that if I will Volt Switch or if I'll Wisp. And I decided to just go for the Volt Switch for momentum. Because I feel like he might not want his Weavile to get Wisp, as I just fire off the Volt Switch. I go into a Azumarill because don't really see a switch into Liquidation here. As he does switch out and goes into the Zapdos. Unfortunately, I do get the static paralysis, but I get the defense drop. So this defense drop is crucial because I know that he's definitely going to roost here. So I just went for another liquidation, taking Zapdos out, which is a really bothersome member to my team. So after taking out the Zapdos, I knew he's going to U-turn here because if he bullet punch and takes me out, I can just go into zone and trap it. So I just fired off a liquidation here as he goes into Latios. This does about 60%, which is very, very good chip because none of my team members can really do much to Latios. So I went into Magnezone expecting a Thunderbolt or a I don't know what I was expecting, probably just Thunderbolt. So I just fired off a Volt Switch here, expecting him to switch to Heatran, but apparently he just went Killed, and Volt Switch just took him out. So that wasn't like a outplay or anything. I was just thinking he might go Heatran, but fortunately, now that Kalio's gone, his like fast sweeper is gone, which is really really good for my team. So right now he goes back to Latios. I don't really have a good switch into this, so as you can see, I'm thinking about this situation, and I just went for a Volt Switch. I thought he might Dragon Pulse or something, but he just went for Psyshock, and since my Rotom Watch is physically defensive trained, it does take that pretty well. I just went for a Flash Cannon here, not expecting him to switch, as he does reveal that he is Scarfed. So Flash Cannon does take him out, and now he's probably gonna go Heatran. So Heatran, now that he goes Heatran, I just went back into Rotom, taking the Lava Plume, and since my leftovers knocked off, the burn is gonna take me out here. But it does really just give me a free switch in back into a Azumarill. And now I know that Liquidation is definitely taking something out, unless I'm getting Parrot. So he went for the Lava Plume, and I just clicked Liquidation, taking his Heatran out, and at this point, he knows that he definitely lost here. And he just knocks me off here. Um, Not much for him to do. I just went Zoroark, and I believe I went for the Night Days, not wanting him to go to Scizor, but apparently Low Kick just took me out. I don't think Zoroark is that light though, but it just does. E-Speed just takes the Weavile out. I'm glad that he didn't go Scizor, but that's it is what it is. I went to Scolipede because I don't want him to predict it and went for the superpower as he just bullet punch, and I just sacked the Scolipede. And now I can just finally go zone and HP fire and finish off the game. I do want to say that since like I beat Julius Caesar twice, which including this match, I beat him twice. But after this match, I also lost to him twice. So I just do want to credit that. I don't want to take away his wins, but unfortunately, I don't have recordings of those, and I can just tell you it's pretty bad losses for me. It's by no means close. So I guess congrats to him for beating this team. And yeah, that's it for this one. Okay, so this will be the last one for this series, and I'm fighting Walt FR 1908. This is the mod. And first turn, I just went for the Will-O-Wisp because I thought that he would stay in with his Garchomp, but he just went to Furrow. And Furrow, like, if you think about it, Furrow being Wisp is actually really good for me because if I somehow wanted to set up Scolipede, Gyro Ball won't be doing that much. He only has Lead Seed, but I can just SD on his Protect or on his whatever. So the burn on Scolipede, the burn on Ferrothorn is actually pretty good. As I just went full switch into the Magnezone here, and he does just lead seed. So I just HP fired as he goes for protect. I knew he was gonna protect, but I just can't afford to switch and let him get up another lead seed. Just went for the HP fire here as he sets up his first layer spike. And right now I'm thinking, well, do I want to stay with this thing and just keep letting it get chipped down? And I decided no. So I just switch out into Zoroark here as he goes for the protect, and I'm just gonna fire up a Night Daze because the good thing about Night Daze is the possibility of accuracy drop. And accuracy drop, if I can't get the accuracy drop plus or the already 90% chance of lead seed, like I'm confident that he's not gonna hit it. So I just went for the Night Daze here, expecting him to stay in lead seed actually or spikes, but he actually switches out into his Garchomp, and I'm happy to take the chip. So right now I just went for another Night Daze. I didn't know if that was a roll or not. Apparently not. He was just bulky, but he does go for the EQ, and he hits at -2 accuracy. So that kind of got me a bit. I don't know. I can't really blame him because I was getting those 40% accuracy drops, but it is what it is. I just went to Scolipede. I went for the EQ because I don't want to take the rough skin damage, but I guess it also reveals that I have EQ to him, which is not the best thing. He's definitely just. I thought he was gonna go Weavile here, but apparently not. I think he went to Furrow. Yeah, I think he went to Furrow here. Um, he's thinking about his move. I think the better move here will be Keldeo because Poison Jab doesn't OHKO him, and he can pretty much just easily scald kill me. And getting rid of Scolipede would be really huge for his team because right now, if you look at it, an SD after an SD, everything on his team would just die to Scolipede, Poison Jab, or Earthquake. He just gave me the Furrow, which is his main spike setter, and I'll definitely take it. So I switched out here. I mean, I know I'm at +2 speed, but I knew that he was gonna Ice Shard, so I just went into Rotom, and I can just get a free defog up. As he went into Tentacruel, I was expecting him to actually go into his Clef, but okay, so this play kind of surprises me, and I can just fire up a free Volt Switch as he goes for a Sludge Bomb. Right here, I was thinking about Magnezone or Scolipede, but I decided to go to Scolipede because I feel like none of his team is willing to take an Earthquake plus a Poison Jab. So I do just went for the Earthquake here. Taking his Tentacruel out, and Tentacruel gone is really good for me because I can pretty much go to Azumarill and play rough sweep him right here. He does go into the Weavile here, and I just went for the Poison Jab because I really I knew he was gonna Ice Shard, but like part of me also thinks he's gonna knock off, judging from what happened last time. So I just went for the Poison Jab, and I feel like I don't need Scolipede here to win anymore. So I just went into the Azumarill, and I just fired off a Play Rough, and he does go into Clef, which is really good for me, and I can successfully chip this down with another Play Rough and take him out. So right here, Keldeo and Weavile both just get taken out by Play Rough. He decides to go Keldeo, probably fishing for the burn, but At this point, it doesn't really matter anymore. Just a play rough should be able to take him out. And for the last turn, he goes into Weavile and um, play rough just took it out. So GG's to my opponent. I felt like he played well, except for the Keldeo play. I feel like against Scolipede, if he went Keldeo, um, I would be in some trouble. But yeah, it is what it is. So GG's. This is probably the last video, last battle of this um, kind of I don't know, mini commentating, whatever. But it is what it is. So yeah, see ya.